This is Bob Burkhart, the Digital Jaywalker. It's now Saturday, the 17th of October. I'm at the Grinter Place, Delaware crossing of the Kaw River with Joe Brentano, who's a great guy to know. He put on a fantastic Apple Fest about a month ago that we have some separate pictures of, and Joe is about to share with me some pictures of his trip to Marysville to check out the crossing of the Blue River, I believe it is.
Right, correct.
So tell me, how'd you come to make that trip, Joe?
Well, it was a 2.5-hour journey, but I had through some contacts at the Historical Society in Topeka. We've been talking about getting a replica of a river ferry built, and the best place to start is where one existed. And the group in Marysville, Kansas, affiliated, a lot of them with the Oregon-California Trails Association. Ken and Arleta Martin were very helpful and met me there. And we looked at this river ferry, and it's quite an ambitious project. And you really get an idea of what it looks like when you actually stand on it. It is 30 feet long by 15 feet wide, and they roll wagons side by side up on this thing. We've talked about having it interactive some way, but with the construction, it would have to be pretty well balanced to set it up on something like a turntable. But I don't know how this is all going to turn up, but this is a great place to start.
Yeah, this could make, next year is the centennial of the Boy Scouts of America, and with your proximity to Camp Nash, this could make a great series of Eagle Scout projects.
Yes, it's terrific. Yeah.
As another way to get the type of volunteer labor.
I'm looking at calling some tree services. Maybe they could donate some of the stringers and the slats, maybe make out of cottonwood or something similar. The wheel, it was going to take a real craftsman and a lot of effort. And the rope, from what I understand, is very expensive, so we'll have to do some funding for that. And a blacksmith can easily make the hinges for the aprons on the ferry, so I think I could have some access to that. And I have a close-up of the little bit of the rope there and how it's tied.
Great pictures.
Some of the plaque work they have to the monuments up there.
Okay, yeah, I actually went to that site with Ken Martin in in 2006 when the OCTA had their conference at St. Joe. Okay, great.
There's an example of some of the hinges that were made by local craftsmen there, and I think we have blacksmiths in the area that could certainly replicate that kind of thing.
So what do you see as the next steps? Just kind of seeing what kind of resources you can round up?
Looking at my resources and seeing who may be able to help me with that. I've contacted some tree services about maybe, if they're cutting down trees, could be willing to drop off some things. I need to look into a sawmill and see if they can help me and get a price on that, and then obviously a craftsman to make the wheel, which will take quite
Let's take a closer look at that. Okay, so we've got the sort of a pulley with a large diameter wheel for locomotion.
Correct.
It looks like it does a double wrap around the axle, so it's a continuous rope, and you're just basically getting a bite on it.
The idea is to winch that bow of the ferry in and out of the current to get maximum force to push it back and forth across. So that could not have been easy considering the current in the Kansas River and with all the weight on the ferry. I can't imagine running that. So,
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that information, Joe.